This is Shibuya. This is an area that I dread coming to. The signal is never good in a live stream, but you come here anyways. Is this the most popular place in all of Tokyo to visit for tourists, for everybody? Let's walk across this intersection, which is chaotic. It really is like pachinko, bumping into people, going in all sorts of directions, trying to social distance. It's summer, the umbrellas are out. How you doing, everybody? Yes, you can probably see me on the live Shibuya cameras. And for a lot of you, this was the place that you wanted me to come to visit. You wanted me to check out Shibuya, and I'm here for you. So thanks so much for the suggestions. It's been a while since I've been here myself, so I'm gonna pan around, just give you a quick look. This is June 2021. There's Hikarie. Nice blue sky here. And it's loud as ever. Buses, but you know, there aren't that many people. Check it out. The Starbucks coffee is still here. And Basketball Street, which I don't know why they call it this, is still here. And we'll walk down there in a second. How you doing, everybody? So a lot of people have been asking me, where is the best spot to go in Tokyo? And I don't really know myself. It's always changing. The one thing that's amazing about the city of Tokyo is that every single 6 months, you can walk around the same neighborhoods, especially downtown, and they will completely change. You'll find different shops, different vibes. The colors will change, the signs will change, and all of these advertisements here. And and then you have, of course, the Four Seasons. So Shibuya is one of those places that's always in transition. And today, for the next 30 minutes or so, we're gonna walk around Shibuya, and I wanna hear from you. What is your favorite place in Tokyo? Where should I go next? And what makes this place special to you? I mean, for me, I don't particularly like Shibuya. I have to be honest with you. This is not a place I like to hang out. I don't like to come. Here I'm on the live camera. I don't know if you can see me. There's a bunch of live cameras here. Sushiro, the sushi shop, seems to have bought out Ichimaru-Q. So they got sushi on the side of it. How cool is that? That is so Tokyo. And I don't know what Rora is selling here, but it looks like Bitcoin. What's up with that? All right, so this is the intersection. I'm gonna take you now down Basketball Street. And we're gonna walk around a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you why I think this might be the #1 place. And it starts right here with Hachiko. And I'm gonna end this live stream going over to Hachiko over there. There's a statue, a memorial to the dog. Tell you a little bit about the story that you all already know. You don't need me to say more. And that mural from the 1970s, I believe, right in the center of your screen, that's also from Shibuya, from Hachiko, for Hachiko. So your 3 subs from Map Camera. Arvin, we love you. My business with Map Camera is done for now. All right, let's go take a look down Basketball Street and wrap around. Now, why is Shibuya such a popular place? I guess it's the vibe. There's something larger than life. It could be all of these advertisements looking down at you. Every single brand seems to have some kind of shop here. Every restaurant, every chain shop. All the colors here, and you're gonna see as I turn the street, the banners on the left and the right down this narrow alley. It's just such a vibrant location. Usually you have music blasting. There's a ton of energy. And when you think of modern Tokyo, you think of the Tokyo of the 21st century, you kind of think of Shibuya a little bit. This is not the cultural side, the historical cultural side, but the modern side. I think from the the end of the Showa period, the go-go bubble era of the 1980s. That's the vibe that I get here in Shibuya. It is most vibrant at sunset and dark, but on a Friday afternoon, it's not too bad either. See, Jennifer French is here. How you doing? Snack fun. Let's see what we can find. There might be some street food around here. But I'm also quite curious to see how the businesses have changed or evolved or what? What's still here? What's gone? We've seen as we walk around Akihabara, a lot of the businesses have disappeared because of the lack of tourists. But Shibuya is a place that's more of a center for Japanese youth than Akihabara, which was, I guess you would call it an otaku center, but people can buy these things online, but people come here to hang out. So it looks like a lot of these shops, I don't know what they're shut for. So this place, again, there's probably a dinner place that's open at 3 p.m., so it's not shut because of that. But Shibuya is not geared too much to tourists, which is another reason that, I mean, not in the sense that you think. It has its own personality the way it's always been. I think Akihabara geared more towards tourism. Wendy's is in a collaboration with First Kitchen. When I came to Japan in the late 1990s, they were in collaboration with Daiso, the department store, supermarket chain. That didn't work out for them, and they came back under new partnerships, and that seems to be better for them. Shibuya. Did Paolo say that? So I'm not sure why they call this basketball street, other than the fact that perhaps Japan wants to promote more basketball to the youth, and it's working. Japan's got some pretty good basketball players that would surprise you. Height is not everything. And there's some tall people here too. Jen is in the house from Singapore. John, you should buy an ad time slot on the billboard for your channel. I totally should. I wonder if you could do that. I know. So just a little inside story. I used to work with a lot of advertising agencies, so much so that I would teach them English and go to their offices and teach them how to use business English. I got so many connections to the ad agencies here. I wonder if I could contact them and see if I could buy a little ad space, a little Patreon thing. But I have to wait till you all can come back here to make it worthwhile to see it in person. That makes more sense. I've been down the street too in a live stream, and I showed you some of the businesses that used to be here. Again, this place is consistently changing. That shop right there used to be Jackie Chan's Ramen. I'm not joking. Jackie Chan had a ramen shop in Shibuya. This is like 15 plus years ago. And it's of course gone, but I loved it. The ramen was okay, but it had nothing to do with that. You could go in there and it felt like Jackie Chan was there. And now it's still like a noodle shop, but it's a totally different one. It's soup with noodles, which isn't that ramen? I don't know. Noodle soup, I guess, wouldn't be ramen. It's a different kind of ramen shop, but this area has changed so much. This shop has changed so much. Every 6 months there seems to be some sort of different shop here. Not my cup of tea, or should I say cup of noodles. I do know that the Outback Steakhouse, which is straight ahead, is out of business. But we're gonna turn. There's a mega Don Quixote. We're gonna turn this way and just kind of wander the streets. Basketball Street's one of the most vibrant places. Everybody gets a photograph there. Now I'm starting to smell Shibuya. One of the reasons why I don't like this place, it's also one of the dirtiest areas in Tokyo because it is a youth center and youth seem to like to spit and throw things all around and not keep it nice and clean. I'm cool with that. Michael Sasan is in the house. Hey, John. So looking forward to the Shibuya walking adventures. Thank you for taking us along. You're very welcome. And Biggles Poppy, I rarely make it to a live stream. Hope you're having a great day. Is that a maid in the corner there? Again, another reason why Akihabara has been declining is because it is not just the maid capital. Maid cafes are now everywhere around Japan. You can find Maid Dreamin', which is like the McDonald's of maid cafes, in different cities around Japan too. So to get that experience, you don't have to go to Akihabara anymore. You can come right to Shibuya. If you walk this way, this is how I used to run to get to the Tokyo Eye studio shoots on time. I would go up this street. There's a Tokyo Han's on the right side, and this will take you straight to NHK. I know that because I've done that the run about 50 times for studio shoots for Tokyo Eye and other NHK shows. There's a koban or police box, and this direction will take you down some pretty cool alleys. Not a lot of tourists will go to this side of the koban, the police box here. It's pretty interesting. You'll be able to find quiet streets and more of the, I don't know, like the non-commercial vibe of Shibuya would be down that street. Some pretty cool ramen places too. Up here is Niku Yokocho. A lot of you might not know about it. There's the entrance is right there. Just go in there and take a right, and then you can go up the stairs to the second floor. It is like a town inside of Shibuya, filled with yakiniku restaurants. There must be, I don't know, maybe like 20 yakiniku places inside of there. And if you're looking for grilled beef and a nice dinner, and it's pretty loud and energetic inside of Niku Yokocho, check this place out. Prices are pretty reasonable. This is a place where you can go shoulder to shoulder with some locals as well as other tourists. Prices are fairly reasonable, but it's gonna be hard to find a table to yourself. Sometimes you have to sneak in with another group. Or you can try to call ahead and make reservations, and they'll put a little reserve thing on a table for you. But for the most part, you're probably just gonna go early, is what I say, because people usually park their butts there and just drink for a couple of hours. Shibuya has a lot of little alleys here. This is one that I'm gonna take you up next. I just wanna show you around the corner. You always have to look up here. I always tell you to look down for the manhole covers, but in Shibuya, you look up. You never know, the signs are different. You find a banner of someone in the United States that is doing something. I've seen like, right now in Ginza, there's a big banner of Spike Lee, and I don't know why. I think he's doing something with watches or something. This is where the Purikura place is, Purikura Meika, and it's still in business on the 3rd floor. Up there, it's mostly for women, but they have, dudes can go in there too. Not all the Purikura places allow men, but up on the 3rd floor, you have some of the last really cool Purikura in this area. It's hard to find them. It's getting harder to find them, but if you look, you will find them. Welcome, everybody. I'm using the external microphone. A couple of days ago, the battery was dead, so it didn't sound too good, so I hope the audio is coming in nice and clear now. There's a little bit of wind in the area, so I have a wind buffer on here to make sure it's nice and clear the other side for you listening. So I'm gonna go down this alley, walk up, and for those that don't know, the Apple Store, for foreign residents, this is the place where we would go to get our stuff repaired. This was, I think, the first Apple Store, and I'd have to come quite a ways. I think Ginza had one too. Wow, that looks pretty good. These models are incredible. There's curry on top of an omraise. It's a little expensive, like 20 bucks for that. Whoa, the Parco building is done. Look up. That's a brand new building, finished. It's been under construction for ages. So we'll walk by there and wrap around. Riley's a new traveler, welcome. Thank you so much for signing up. I noticed a few days ago that the badges, the S badges, the generic YouTube badges turned red, which means it's been a year. And I am working on not very hard, but I am working on trying to fix those up. But we've accomplished something great. We've moved on to a year of the memberships, and I want to thank everybody for being a part of it. That means I have to refresh some of the emoji and keep it pretty vibrant. If you want to, you can show me what your favorite emoji is. There's like, we have a pretty good audience here. We have about 23 or 25 different emoji that you could use. Bio Cafe, what is that? Just everything is organic, maybe? Oh, I guess so, yeah. It says right there, organic. See, this is made for tourists. It's in English, which is a good thing. When I came here in '98, nothing was in English. It would do it just as like, just to make a statement, they'd put things in Roman letters. Like Sony is not in katakana, it's actually in S-O-N-Y. The wafu salad. Wafu means Japanese style, not waffle. Babe Studio. And you'll find stairways in a lot of the pedestrian areas in Shibuya. I kind of like that. It makes it real. It gives it a lot of character when you have to walk up some steep steps to get to the next part of the city area. Whoa! The Parco's done. This was just a big wall for the longest time. Check it out. I hope the signal is coming in strong. I wanted to bring you out here just to check this out for a little bit. Looks nice. Wow, there's a new escalator. There's some restaurants here. Let's check it out. On the 7th floor and the B floor. The Uniqlo that was here is shut down, by the way. So this was a big Uniqlo. I used to jump in here. I've purchased some stuff to, like sweatshirts if it was cold and I was filming for a while. All right, let's go underneath the Parco building. This is kind of cool. Wow, this is all brand new. Nobody, if you're a tourist, you probably have not seen this yet. Because this is the first time that I'm walking through here. I guess they wanted to finish this right before the Olympics. Hey, who did that? Riley wrote in his favorite emoji was me with my quarantine hair. Really? What smells new? Somebody's like pumping out lemongrass into the air here, which is a much more pleasant smell than how Shibuya normally smells like. Wow. This new Parco building has given this area a completely different vibe. Ali, this is a lighter mask, so I can't smell things besides myself in this thing. It's made more for pollen, but when you're outside on a beautiful day like this, it's as long as I'm social distancing and trying my best to keep a distance. I have a second mask I wear on top of this when I'm on the subway. Thanks for caring. Cafe Marley. I think Bob Marley was spelled different. Isn't it L-E-Y maybe? I get so excited. Again, like this is not one of my favorite areas, but it's kind of cool just to be back in here. Jen writes in here, please start the Patreon. I will be supporting it. I have a Patreon, and yeah, it's doing pretty well. Join the postcard club. In fact, a couple new signups just yesterday. I forgot to bring the postcards with me. I would have put them in the mailbox here in Shibuya. Oh, the Denny's is still there. That's good. So this way, I believe, will take you to Tower Records, which is still a thing. Japanese love CDs. They love holding it, and I kind of do too. Whoa! Check it out, this new elevator, theaters and restaurants. It takes you from the outside straight up to the top, so you don't have to go inside of the elevators. They're right outside. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and if Tower Records has been out of business for a long time in the US, but it is strong here in Tokyo, a lot of artists will go there to sign their new CDs and make appearances, so it's a pretty important place for the music industry in Japan. If you do come to Tokyo, it's kind of nostalgic just to jump into Tower Records for a little bit. All right, there's Ichimaru Q. Or sorry, Maruichi. We just call it Maruichi. The Apple Store is not there anymore. They moved the locations to Omotesando, I believe, so don't try to repair your iPhone there. All right, we're gonna go this way. I think you've been down that street. Gonna wrap around and go back to where the Tokyu Honten department store is and the massive Don Quixote. I'm gonna walk through there and bring you down the alley, and then we're gonna wrap around to the station and wrap this up. I think we got another 10 minutes or so. This is probably 20 minutes. Oh, you can see inside. That used to be the Uniqlo. Now it's gone. That's gone. Wow, it's a beautiful day. So what do you think? Is Shibuya, that's the stairways that we just walked from. You could see Tokyo Station down there in the distance. That area. There's that platform that a lot of people have been taking Instagram photos of the city. Do you see that corner up there? You can stand there, look down onto the Hachiko crossing and get some pretty good shots. I might go there one day, but every other YouTuber has already covered that. I'll have to find something interesting or different about it. Welcome to everybody. We just passed 1,000 people watching the live stream. Nice to see ya. Click that like button if you want me to keep going. And I'll see if I can get something to eat. I'd like to get some street food, but because of the pandemic, a lot of places are selling bentos outside. You just buy it and pick it up and carry away. But I haven't seen a lot of that here in Shibuya. If you wonder where I am, where Shibuya is, I put a map in the description of this video so you can take a look at it. Nothing interesting in that vending machine. I do like to do that. I'll buy takeout and take it to the park. In fact, from here, you can take things up to Yoyogi Park. Yoyogi Park is about a 10-minute walk this way towards NHK. And you can eat your bento there. It's really nice. All right, so there was a lot of like really interesting test shops that are gone. I guess, was there one here? Like a lot of Western chains will come to Tokyo and they pick Shibuya. And they'll try out their business here to see if it takes in Japanese culture. And a lot of them don't. Taco Bell was one of those in 1996. Taco Bell, okay, it's gone now. There used to be some I forget what it was, some test shops over there. Taco Bell had a shop in Nagoya. Nagoya is like the Midwest of Japan. It's sort of like typical Japan. So Taco Bell put a test shop in Fujigaoka. People went to go to the Taco Bell, but they were confused because taco is octopus, so they were looking for takoyaki. So Taco Bell was out of Tokyo for a very long time, or out of Japan for a long time before they came back. I guess because of Japanese tourists had traveled quite a bit to the US and liked Taco Bell, so they came back with an unusual menu that was 3 times the price of a normal Taco Bell. Game Center's still here, but you can see they've done what they've done. What they do at a lot of game centers, move the UFO catchers onto the ground floor. Hey, Tigrahov is here. John, has anyone sent you a dad carrier for Leo? I got some sort of backpack thing. I'll put a photo of it on a Discord server after this when I get back home. Dan113, thank you for all the recent walkarounds. I miss Japan. Hope to be back again soon. I love doing this with you, Dan, here live. Thanks for joining me. That's where the Outback Steakhouse was. It's something else. Is anybody curious to find out what that building is straight ahead? I'm semi-am. But there's the Mega Don Quixote at the back side of it. It got even bigger, if that's possible. I think that used to be a Sega game center. Don Quixote just bought them out because the game centers weren't doing good and put more stuff in there. Look at that ramen with karaage. That should be illegal. No, that's 980 yen. Oh, I'm coming back here with, I can't eat this because Kanai has to be with me. She'll kill me if I ate that. Wow, that's genius. Put karaage inside of ramen, why not? Get like the best, everything in one bowl. Martin Larson's here. Good morning from Sweden. If you could keep filming for a few more hours, that would be awesome. I wish I could. I will be back though. No, the Outback Steakhouse is still here. Somebody told me they left this location. Guess they didn't. Sometimes you just have to check with your own eyes. Have I ever eaten there? Once. A lot of expats that miss home jump in there for one of those onion fry things. They have one in Makuhari as well, and is in Roppongi, at least I think they used to have one. But I didn't think that they were still at this location. Interesting. That's a new Daiso. I don't remember the Daiso being here. 100 yen shop in Shibuya. The closest one in the past was in Harajuku. But that's another reason to keep walking around this area. You're always gonna find something interesting. That's an interesting store right here. See? This wasn't here before. All right, we're gonna wrap around and head back to the station now. That's such an interesting topic here. You see, what do they have here? Pasta? Some of these places have pasta, but the pasta has been Japanified, so it's not like spaghetti anymore. It's like Japanese spaghetti. Always thought that would make a pretty interesting topic to talk about. All right, here's the Tokyo Honten. Honten means the main shop. And up on the roof, there's a beer garden. I love to go to that beer garden. About 10 years ago, I would go there with a lot of my friends. I think you can still see there's the garden, there's some green up there. The top of the department store has turned into beer gardens in Tokyo, and actually all around Japan. And it is incredible up there. Watch the sunset with a friend and just drink a beer and relax. But because of the pandemic, well, it's been ages since I've been up there. Vinon has a shop in Marunouchi side of Tokyo Station, outside. But they also have very authentic French pastries, I've been told. It's a good location right across from the Tokyo Honten. Now the Don Quixote, for a lot of you that haven't been here for 5 years or more, used to be that building that's now covered, being renovated into something else. All right? But it's been moved to a mega super donkey, which isn't doing too well, I heard, because it depended on tourism. And that street, don't ask me how I know, I don't. If you take a left there, you will go to Love Hotel's hill, where you'll see lots of Love Hotels and people sneaking around. All right, back to the station we go. Whoa, they tore down that building there. It's the first time I'm seeing that. I hope that's not where Peter's favorite restaurant is. He used to jump in there for some kind of, I forget what it was, Middle Eastern food. It was really good too. He took me there. Is that the place there? It's like a little hole in the wall right there. That could be it right there. Really friendly owner. I think it was Turkish food. It's really good. But this building is gone. I can't even remember what it was. Hey, Zambot3's in the house. John, buy some gelato on me. You got it, if I could find it. I was hoping I'd be able to find some kind of street food or something here. Wow, that's a Porsche. Or is it a Ferrari? It's a Ferrari. All right, here's the Mega Don Quixote, and it is massive. It goes up. Nagoya has a really big one. Like a lot of the major cities have really big ones. Shinjuku has one in the Kabukicho area, but this one is so big. You will spend half a day in here. But you can see it's geared towards tourism because it even has Thai on the floor plan. Dinner. All right, let's cross the street and we're gonna wrap around to the station here. Mega Don Quixote. Follow that hippie. All right, this is the way to Tokyo Station, and we're gonna go down Dogenzaka. Gosh, I haven't said that word in about 6 years maybe. Dogenzaka is like an alley area, the hill. And there are a lot of yakiniku shops down here, but this is also where the first Taco Bell opened up. And it's still here. It's interesting. Very colorful alley, and Yeah, you know, if you do decide to eat out in Tokyo, you're going to want to come a little bit earlier than usual because it does get packed pretty quickly. Oh, here's a microbrew place. That's new. Oh, a lot of pizza and Western food. Hope the signal's holding out because we are deep in an alley. A lot of these buildings are old here too, but I hope they never get rid of them. Oh, this is where I had a yakiniku event. I used to have these yakiniku events on the 29th of every month, and remember going up that spiral staircase and trying to come down after one too many. Then I learned that they have another entrance on the other side of this road that goes up. I didn't have to go down the spiral staircase. Oh, I can smell the moss burger. And you can hear the crows. Shibuya in the morning. I don't know if any of you have done the all-nighters. If you're still here at 5 a.m. and you walk the streets, there are a lot of crows nibbling at the bags of garbage on the curbside. This will eventually take you to Sangenjaya if you go up this road here. We just went through Dogenzaka. Zaka meaning like a incline, like a steep place. Ah, the hub is there. I heard that did the Dubliners go out of business? They did. I had heard a rumor about it. That was a pub here. Is it, or is it gone? Everybody would hang out here. Oh, I hope that's not gone. Right, they're just taking a break. That would be huge if they were gone. A lot of good and strange memories up there. They'd have live Irish music too, which is pretty sweet. This is the Mark Center. The Mark, I can't remember. Again, like this isn't my neighborhood. I rarely come here. A lot of shopping malls. You'll be surprised with what you find down here. A lot of ramen shops. I don't go down this direction very often. There's a Yamaya boot shop. I used to get bottles of wine to take home or take to house parties. You can't come empty-handed. This is a pretty big Uniqlo. It's connected with the underground, so you don't have to actually go outside to get into this one. Underneath us right now is a labyrinth of Shibuya Station, which is pretty incredible, pretty deep. There's a movie cinema right here, a Toho Cinema. With a Krispy Kreme in there. So a lot of things have not changed. All right, we're heading out of Shibuya Station to the Hachiko Statue. I haven't heard too many comments from people saying why they like this spot, but I figure in the comments after the live stream, leave me some of your experiences here. Why do you think Shibuya deserves to be number one? And you know, for the longest time, it was the top spot. Shibuya Hachiko was the #1 tourist attraction in Tokyo. And I was asked to go on a news program and explain to them why. And I did by saying it's in every single guidebook, the cover of one of the guidebooks once, and it's just got so much energy there. Everybody wants to cross Hachiko Crossing, but the crossing itself has a story, and that makes it pretty unique. Behind me is the Ichimaru-Q. Ichimaru-Q building. Can you feel the texture? What YouTuber is going to show you the street? But in Shibuya, the street is pretty cool. It's got a lot of cracks and characteristics to it. A lot of feet have crossed this path here. Where that Red Bull place is saying, do you have enough energy? question mark. The commercial center of Japan. That's what Shibuya is. This is in your face. Shibuya is Hachiko is like the Times Square of Tokyo, I would say. So in that sense, yeah, if you're a first timer to New York City, you're gonna have to go to Times Square. It is pretty cool. That's interesting. Love for figures. Hey, PC Gamer 41. Hi, John. Have you ever tried a kebab there? I was wondering if they taste good in Japan. They're not that bad, but they do not taste the same as in Turkey or the Middle East. I've had some, and even if I'm talking about like kebabs, things off of large racks of meat, the gyros or euros, they're of course best in Greece, but like they're not bad, but they're better in the U.S. They're better in the U.S., of course. Get what you can take, and sometimes I do miss having a good gyro or a kebab. You can find it. Okachimachi has some nice shops of people that will chase you down and make sure you don't leave empty-handed. Good businessman. Falafel I haven't seen too much of. Not seen too much of. Wow, it's so quiet here, isn't it? A Wagyu kebab would definitely be good. Neko-chan 62 is in the house. It's going pretty good. A little hot here. Check out the pavement of Hachiko. A lot of feet have crossed here, and cars. All right, back to the station. The green light is green for 45 seconds, and then it's red for 90 seconds as the cars pass. Make sure you pass in your 45 seconds because these cars, they do come real fast, roaring by. Once it turns red, the cars start coming. You've been warned. You have been warned. There's always something bizarre going on here. Inexplicable. Don't even try to explain, it's okay. And last but not least, we have to say hello to Hachiko. It's been a while, but for those of you that haven't been to Japan in a while, this is one of the locations. You come here. Good dog, good dog. Or I think you touch the nose when they're bad, right? I can't remember. Good dog. There you have it. It's gonna be blurry here because we're in a really bad position that's really crowded. This is new. This used to be like a subway train that had some of the history. Now it's a place for Docomo. 5G has rolled out, so you're gonna find that all over the place here. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I gotta get back. Can I just send me a message? She's like, get back here. So, all right, so I gotta get back. If you have any questions, again, leave them in below. Explain to me what makes Shibuya so great, because I wanna hear from you what makes this place so incredible. And I'll be back with another live stream tomorrow. Try to get to another area. This is a statue, the mural on the side of Shibuya Station of Hachiko. See everybody. No street food. I was looking for gelato too. Adrian Rodriguez, hey Jeff, finally catch me live with my family watching. Hey, the Rodriguez family, you're watching and I'm about to leave. But I'm glad that you're here. Definitely watch the playback as John is going into the station, into the dungeon of Shibuya to catch his train home. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, it's nice and cool down here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back in another live stream tomorrow, taking you to another area of Tokyo. State of emergency ends next week. Woohoo!